as chairman of the organizing committee, of this event, I thank all of you. It was really amazing to be here with you over the last couple of days. I don't know whether we have a representative of the Chamber of Commerce here with us, either in person or remotely. Do we have someone from the Industrial Association? Maybe Sonia Lussi should be here with us. I don't see her. Maybe Franco Scolari? Franco, you are one of the co-organizers. Maybe you had something to say and then I draw some conclusion. Thank you, Diego. Well, first of all, congratulations on your determination. People connected remotely, someone in person, someone busy with the election campaign, but you went on working. What you are promoting and what you're doing is enhancement of research. You are doing the whole of this to include scientists, experts, and myself. And you really deserve my applause. Congrats, really. Yesterday, I was asking an opinion on my contribution, because my contribution was not totally in agreement with what I've heard. There are scientists and entrepreneurs and other professionals that are involved, but I'd like to be a catalyst of all the activities that we have to put in place, because the potential is there, and now we have to implement that potential. We can't just think about improving what we already have. We have to think about exploiting. You hearing me? Yes. So really, we have to think about exploiting what we have. And I'm perfectly liable of what I'm saying, for what I'm saying. We have to make things. We have to turn them into action. I need scientists, I need knowledge, I need scientific knowledge, I need the entrepreneurs' goodwill to set up startup. I need money. I need money that Coles can give us to do technological, clinical innovations, company networking, strengthening of our industrial system in Friuli, Venezia, Giulia, because I mean, we know that this is all going to happen, but we have the duty to translate words into actions, to turn our heritage into actions. We should meet next year to see how many things we're going to implement, from thought to deeds. There's someone that I really appreciate, the former dean of the University of Udine. He has given me a nickname. Felice Dettoni has said that I am an enzyme. Being an enzyme in a biotech event, well, I like it very much. And as an enzyme, I can activate mechanisms. Now, I'm available to you and to all other stakeholders as manager of a cluster in Pordenone. We have asked stakeholders in the field of research and innovation, as well as in the field of startups. Please, we've invited all these stakeholders to turn actions into deeds. I was meeting my own people this morning, and I told them that even if we are wrong, it doesn't matter. We have to do something. And I'd like to conclude my contribution. I followed the contributions by the other speakers remotely. Technology really helps us today to convey our own message. Thank you, Diego, once again. Thank you, Franco. Ms. Lussi from the Industrial Association is here with us. Yes, Industrialist Association of this region. Now, welcome once again. Many companies and institutions and specialists have participated in this two-day meeting. And I think that that was an opportunity to create networks among private actors. And then later on, we should be able to create a partnership with the public sector, especially in this sector, in the bio-high-tech. We have to have strong synergies between the private and the public sector, but it is the private actor that has to submit and propose initiatives. You know that the National Plan for Resilience and Recovery is going to be a challenge that aims at intensifying private-public partnerships. So this conference has been very useful to lay the foundations for future collaboration among private actors, and we will continue to work with them over the next few months as Industrialist Association. Especially, we will assist you in laying the foundations for these networks so as to be able, together with the public actors, to have access to the National Plan for Resilience and Recovery funds. I wish to thank all the organizers and Mr. Bravar, the mind behind this event since its beginning. I hope to see you soon. Maybe we'll meet in smaller number, but I'm sure that we will be able to achieve very interesting results in the digital, high-tech and smart health fields. Thank you, Sonia. I really thank the other organizers, and I'm telling you why. Because Franco Scolari, what he's saying is that I represent a cluster, which is the smart health cluster, about 5,000 people for 700 million euros in this region alone. And then we have the Industrialist Association that should extend the activities of this cluster, and it's mainly innovative SMEs and startups, but also medium-sized companies. So we should connect these companies with the others existing here in the region. If you want to have digitalization on big data in the health sector, as we've heard from Roberto Siagri, if I have big data, well, big data, I have them anywhere. I have them for health, for transportation, for other fields. So this is the task of the Industrialist Association. Now, 5,000 employees out of 100,000 employees all over the companies here, but these 5,000 are increasing and they can contribute to the growth of the whole sector. I know we have no representative from the local Chamber of Commerce, but they were with us when we presented this event to the media. The Chamber of Commerce, we can use it for internationalization because we can do a lot, but for high technology, I mean, our sales happen abroad, not just in Italy. We are located here, but we sell all over the world. The enzyme of this group, right from the beginning, 6 years ago, the enzyme was a club a small group of 20 entrepreneurs. They set up the EuroBioHighTech Net and EuroBioHighTech Net 4.0 because we want to move towards big data. And these 20 entrepreneurs, by collaborating with the other local stakeholders, but also with the public institutions, because the region is a policymaker, the municipality is a policymaker. So I mean public partner 360 degrees. And there we started the public-private partnership. This is not a sentence that I invented. It was Nadio Delay 3 years ago. He said, a private-public partnership is being set up. It is the private that had to tell the public sector what it's doing. Because the private sector is responsible in economic terms. The private sector knows exactly where he wants to go because he runs the risk of losing the company. And this is exactly what Nadio Delay told us. Delay was saying that it is large-sized companies, it is average-sized company, in the network that have to help small and micro-sized companies in the network to work together to tell the world what we're doing, to create a critical mass. And when I'm talking about average-sized company, middle-sized company, well, it is not a micro company with 10 employees. It is not a small size, which is up to 50. It's more than 50 employees. More than 50 employees. That's a middle-sized companies. More than 5 million euros just to start with. But still, you have to talk to micro companies because even we, as middle-sized company, know small-sized companies. And large ones as well. So what should we be doing? We should be listening to what Antonello Pezzini told us very passionately. The money that's coming is 8 billion and so on and so forth. The money is coming. It's coming tomorrow. Get ready. And we have to be ready. Small and medium-sized company, and together with small-sized company, we have to develop reliable programs. Because in 3 years, we have to achieve our goals. And it is up to us. Without experts and professors of artificial intelligence, and without the technology experts of ICGB, and without the 2 universities and the ICTP and so on and so forth, we can't do it on our own. The know-how is in their hands. We have some know-how. We have to transfer that know-how with them, but we have to tell them what we want to achieve, and we have to ask for help to them. And this agency that groups together the 3 regional ministries for the European Fund for Regional Development. Well, what have we been doing over the last 5 years? We are here as medium and small-sized companies. Why doesn't the region set up a smart health cluster? The region accepted our proposal. We met with tens of companies within our network. We were granted 8 million euros. Research organizations received 7 million euros. And we all know that with the experience that we were able to have, we know exactly how difficult it was for us to manufacture a product given the funds that we were getting? Halifax. Well, Halifax, with 60 million euro turnover, well, Halifax told us that Halifax was able to grow because it participated in research projects within the European Regional Development Fund. Halifax have headquarters in Nimes and Padua, and in Nimes they set up a research lab. They have another company within Area Science Park, and this is how they reached 60 million euros. Then there was another company which we had neglected, EuroHospital, which is a famous company here, and the entrepreneur from EuroHospital came here. He gave us his business card because what Halifax is doing or what other companies are doing, well, we are interested in that. I didn't know that you were working in that field, so we exchanged the information. In the BioICT, we don't have middle-sized companies, but we can group together small-sized companies, 500,000 euros, group them together, and we can reach these 5 million euros. We have these 4 groups of middle-sized companies that can work together with small-sized companies. They can create networks, and they can turn to research organizations to develop various projects. But not just research projects, research and development to manufacture products that within 2 years have to be ready and marketable. We have demonstrated, I think for the first time with this event, we've been able to show that there are products that have been developed within 6 years. So we've used that money, those grants, we've used them very well. And then business angels, venture capital, and Friulia told us that there is more money for middle-sized companies. Business angels, I mean, we have venture capital that finance the university. So what have we understood? That they're ready to give us money for incubating companies. We have 200 innovative startups in the region. I think we should have at least 1,000, 5 times more. And over the next few years, we will have to speed up because we are going to get that money. I mean, private funding to universities to create startups. We will have the money. We will have grants coming from the government, the so-called European Fund for Regional Development, the operational programs, which is unheard of. And then private actors have to contribute for 30%. In Switzerland, they contribute for 50%. We are more or less there. I mean, even in Switzerland, they do have to contribute to financing these projects. Europe used to tell us that the whole of Italy is yellow. You are green. Well, Switzerland is dark green, just like some regions in France and some regions in Germany. They are far more advanced in innovation, and we knew it. I heard a university professor talking to us about bio-nano sensor, and we thought we were on the moon. Then we heard other professors talking about the economic development of the region, and he told us we have 500,000 inhabitants, and we are complaining about science park, and they had exactly the same number of science park that we have, and we are 1.2 million. We have to group together our science parks. including area di ricerca, public and private partners, because we are just half the size and the population of Switzerland, just to be clear. So we have to speed up the growth of new companies. And then, as middle-sized companies, we have to help startups and SMEs to grow. And then we have to meet with a large-sized company and tell them what we've been doing. And when we meet them, maybe we should avoid being eaten up. That we should avoid, because in the end, companies pay taxes. I had a company with 12 million profits, and we were paying 7 million in taxes. And then 6 million. So companies do pay taxes. So besides creating value, companies pay taxes, and so we feed our basic research. And this is what is being done in Switzerland as well. In Fribourg, part is invested in basic research because economically and socially this is profitable. So we have a major opportunity, and I'm convinced of this. I'm convinced that this event has been very useful, despite some of you didn't pay the 1.2 thousand euros. So I still have a deficit for 600 euros right now. However, the public sector did not contribute. You remember, Maurizio, as a university, you get 3 million and you're not paying me 1.2 thousand euros because there is no incentive. Even the university, even research organizations have to be present within this system. And I hope next year that we can have an event and we will pay 1.2 thousand euros. Research organizations, companies, and private equity funds that will be here, because you've come here and you find opportunities, then you have to pay 1.2 thousand euros. Why not? I might be very careful with money, but if you want to do things, you need money. With 50,000 euros, we've been able to organize this event. Last year, we received money from the region. We are going to pay for the deficit that we have, but we have succeeded in doing something very useful for the region. And if we join efforts, if we join our strength, we will be able to do even more. Without us, health is not going to improve. With all stakeholders, we need all stakeholders. We need the clusters, we need science parks, the industrial associations, the Chamber of Commerce, but we are the owners. And who are our companions? Researchers. Researchers want to know more about the world as researchers. We want to change the world. And together, we can change it, thanks to their knowledge. Thanks to all of you.